So you're thinking about rebranding your service-based business, or maybe you're a brand new business. You've just started your own clinic. You're a therapist that's just graduated. You're in the service business. Ultimately, bottom line, you need a logo. Where do you go? Who do you trust? And before you go and decide on who it is that you want to design your logo, because there's an array of people that are going to be able to do it for you, depending on what it is you need from your logo, what else that you need besides a logo as part of your overall brand identity. We're talking colours, fonts, illustrations, patterns. You can go to Fiverr and you can pay somebody a silly amount of money and get something probably within hours that's a logo. But does it really represent you, and does it really represent what you do? You can go on Canva and you can create something yourself, of course you can, but are you going to end up finding that somebody else has got exactly the same logo as you? Are people going to be able to identify it as something that's been rattled off in Canva? There's going to be, if you go cheap, if you buy cheap, then, there's always a consequence to that. You could go the absolute other end of the scale and you could go and find a branding agency that's going to charge you a shed load of money to go through a very, very, very deep process that they will encourage you to go through, because it will take time and it will therefore allow them to charge you more money. Now, you're a service-based business. You're a therapist, you're a clinician, you're a practitioner. You do not need packaging for what it is that you're selling. So straight away, your visual identity is much less complex than if you were somebody that's just created a cookie brand or another product. You may have created face cream or candles. You don't need what they need. You don't need the packaging. What you need is a brand identity that aligns with you and your business and your tone and your personality, that you are going to love and is going to take you forward and you're going to continue to love, because it's timeless and because it represents you and how fabulous you are. So when you are doing your research on who to go to create the brand identity that you need, just make sure that you really understand what it is that you need. So for example, last week I was chatting to a client of mine and I'm actually redoing some of her brand identity work for her. She sent me what the previous designer had created, and it is visually, it is impactful. It's, it pops, it's colourful, but what she's been given, the deliverable that she's been given, the client of mine, it's too much for her. She is a therapist. She needs a logo, again, that she truly loves and represents her. She needs things like letterheads and business cards and a template to create a PowerPoint or a presentation. She doesn't need 7 variations of her logo. She doesn't need various backgrounds that aren't for a specific thing that she has to then go and resize because she wants to use it on a presentation, or she wants to use it on a Canva template for social media. She just wants the simplest form of asset so she can drop it in somewhere and do her thing and write over it. I am coming in to help her with that, to make sure that the deliverable there she can actually use and is not completely overwhelmed by.